Okay, so here we are live once again with another uh, Batman classic TV series action figure unboxing from Mcfarlane Toys. Excuse me. And this is the Joker with the dehydrating machine. I believe it looks like the label on the inside again. It looks like the official name for this is Joker with mask, which I probably would have called it Joker with Dehydrator, but whatever. So here's what the back of the package looks like with digital render of the Joker, the same picture of the Batcave, Batmobile, and the dynamic duo inside that we often see on the back of these. If it's based on the TV show directly, hi there, Zazzle. If it's based on the TV show directly, it usually has that picture on it. If it's based on a comic book one, it usually has the comic book picture on it. This isn't really based on the television series, though. This is based on the movie, which came out from the television series. So I guess it's got something in common with our Italian Batman we opened up the other day. So, yeah, let's go ahead and open them up. So this is about all I have to say about this packaging. It does seem like it probably has a different bubble than the other ones, since they had to fit the dehydrator in there, and it takes up a little more room than the onomatopoeia or some of the smaller accessories. So I had to make room for it. Go ahead and cut these little rubber tabs here. There we go. And oh, there's rubber tabs on the dehydrator also. So this dehydrator is just completely silver. It doesn't have any of the paint applications that the dehydrating machine had on the show. And oh, it's in two parts. So there's the actual nozzle part of it. This is awfully close to a gun, I'm just saying. And man, this hose seems fairly rigid, so that's going to be fun to deal with. And he's got the backpack straps. Those seem flexible enough. Well, let's go ahead and get the Joker himself out of here. And of course, I don't have the basic Joker from this line yet. I have the Surf's Up Joker. I have the Topps trading card Joker that came in the lunchbox. I have the New Adventures version of the Joker. I still have not managed to get the basic version of the Joker yet. You can see the Joker is wearing a red suit, which is unusual. Not the bright kind of magenta, kind of pink color. I think the Joker was around here somewhere. I think I saw him in this box. So I could have sworn I saw the Surf's Up Joker in this box. So here he is. All right. So yeah, you can see the Joker on the television series. He had this kind of pinkish, maroon, magenta, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't a true purple. It was much more pink than we usually see the Joker's suit. But you can see this one is more of a true red. And also another difference that it has is you see the vest is orange instead of being the same color as the rest of his suit. So I have a theory that probably the reason that they decided to color the Joker this way was because they knew that the sequel to Joker was going to be coming out soon. Yeah, well, he was surfing, so he had to slip into his baggies. So yeah. And I don't have the surfing Batman, though. And unfortunately, neither one of them came with surfboards. But I'll probably try to get the Surf's Up Batman eventually anyway, because I do love that episode. So, but yeah, I think what they were doing was trying to do a suit that was in homage to the colors that he was wearing in the first Joker movie, because they figured since the sequel to Joker was coming out, obviously it was going to be such a big hit, right? Right? I didn't want him not being a big hit at all. So, oops. Anyway, let's go ahead and have a look at our dehydrating machine and go ahead and see if we can get that set up on him. So it's got these flexible straps, and that just kind of fits over his shoulder like that, and it seems to stay on pretty well, so that's good. Now, here's where I think we're going to have the problem. Is like I said, this hose is like really rigid, so it looks like that the nozzle should plug into the hose, which if it was a softer plastic would probably be a lot easier. I'm going to take the backpack off for now. But they just did not use a pliable enough plastic for this. So I'm kind of concerned that I was almost kind of, because it is so rigid, I was almost kind of concerned it might actually break, but it seems to have popped in just fine. So there we go with that. All right, so let's slip the straps over him again. And he's got like a little loop that's going to help us help this thing stay in his hand. You know, these hands weren't really designed for holding accessories. They usually have to put these little loops on there. And there we go. There he is holding the dehydrator. But as you can see, when I go to try to move it, since this hose is so rigid, it just moves the whole backpack around. But he does look pretty good holding it, I think. I think that works pretty well. So where did I find these figures? This one I got on Big Bad Toy Store, I think was where I pre-ordered that from. But I know I saw them up on Amazon too. But yeah, I think this one was Big Bad Toy Store was where I got this one from. Good evening, Retro Tinker. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a good time. So anyway, the dehydrator, like, it works pretty well, but I think it would work better if they made this hose out of a more pliable sort of plastic, and then you'd be able to move it around a little bit more. But the hose, you know, it's just in the right shape where, like, I kind of feel like it works just in that position. Getting ready to head to bed, so am I. Once I'm done with this. So it's got a great likeness of Cesar Romero. Unlike some of the other ones, I don't think they put any separate paint application on his mustache, though. But I don't know if it's going to come across in the video. The mustache is kind of sculpted in, but it's subtle. It's very subtle. So anyway, let's go ahead and we're going to take the dehydrator off of him again. And you can see he's wearing the mask because for whatever reason he wore a mask in the movie. I don't know why. It's so people didn't know he was the Joker. I don't get it. But anyway, let's have a look at the articulation. So the Joker can look up about that far, look down about that far. So it can move from side to side a little bit, but you know, not a whole lot. I don't think it's really designed to do that. If you can get any side to side movement out of it, that's a bonus. But the head does rotate all the way around, and of course the arms rotate all the way around at the shoulders, and they move up. Oh, that's really stiff. Move up about that far, which is really good range of motion for a character that's wearing a suit, I think. Normally those shoulders on the suits get in the way. He's got a single joint of articulation at the elbow. That's about the range of motion you get at the elbow. And of course that rotates all the way around, and then it rotates all the way around at the wrist as well. So that's the articulation on the arms. He does have waist articulation, which rotates all the way around. And I think this jacket is not quite as pliable. Yeah, it's not quite as pliable as the Surf's Up Joker, but it's a lot more pliable than the Lunchbox Joker. So just FYI, in case you're concerned about that. The Joker can kick up about that far, and then he has a single joint of articulation at the knee, which bends down about that far, and of course, that rotates all the way around. And like I said, it's a great likeness of Cesar Romero, and he's wearing a mask for some baffling reason. And other than that, though, I think it's pretty much the same head sculpt as the regular Joker figure. They just kind of sculpted the mask onto it. But yeah, even the way the hair is sculpted is pretty much the same, other than, you know, where obviously the mask strap kind of bites into it. But yeah, like I think they did just like a little bit of a subtle paint difference on the regular Joker, and didn't really do so much of one on here. Nice bright red lips. The regular Joker is like a little more muted as far as the makeup goes. It's like just kind of an off-white on the skin, and you can see the hair isn't quite as vibrant on this one. This one is a little bit more sort of comic booky looking, even though he's wearing a red suit, which the Joker didn't really wear a red suit in the comic book, but whatever. And let me check something real quick while I'm thinking about it. Let me go work the Google on the internet machine, and Batman Italian. Why did you not? My computer's being weird. When I typed in Batman for whatever reason, it did not. It did not put in the first two letters, so it just said "man." What's up with that? Let's see. Italian movie poster. Okay. And just so I don't get any other Batman movies, I'm going to put 1966. Okay. Because it was trying to suggest to me the Robert Pattinson Batman movie, and the less Robert Pattinson Batman I see, the better. Yeah, I just wanted to check on the Italian movie poster real quick and see how the Joker was colored on that. If maybe he was wearing a red suit on that, and it doesn't really look like it. It looks like it's just like the regular color suit from the TV show. So yeah, just in case anybody was wondering. But I'm pretty happy with how this figure turned out. Despite the fact that the coloring isn't really that accurate to the television show, but it is a nice coloring for the character. Nevertheless, I think what I preferred for it to be the regular colors. Yeah, sure. I think I would have preferred for it to be regular colors, but it's fine for what it is. So yeah, and like I said, I kind of suspect this was an homage to the Joaquin Phoenix Joker as far as like the colors of his suit go. If the red wasn't enough of a giveaway, the orange vest is kind of another clue to that. And the Joker oftentimes has an orange vest in the comics, like the Superpowers Joker had an orange vest. So it is what it is. Anyway, I looked up that red Batman last night, and it looks awesome. Says Zazzle. Yeah, I thought so. Like I said, I've got like just kind of a soft spot for the Italian Batman costume anyway. So I was happy to get that one, but it just looks sharp like on its own. I think even if I didn't know the history of why Batman's wearing a red outfit and all that kind of stuff, I still feel like it just kind of looks cool. And I know a lot of people are fans of the old Batman, the animated series, infrared Batman figure I was talking about. So if you're a fan of that Batman figure, I would imagine somebody, even if they didn't know about the whole Italian thing, would see that and be like, "Ooh, he looks like infrared Batman," and buy it. So even though it's not like a typical Batman color scheme, I feel like it's still one that works. It is what it is. So anyway, that's it for the Joker. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Probably the coolest thing about him is the Dehydrator, but like I said, I do wish they'd have made that hose out of a little bit more of a pliable plastic. Horse unboxing for the Phantom coming up. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to do that. That'll probably be next week sometime. I still got a couple more of these 1966 figures to get through. So tomorrow, which I believe is Thursday, right? Yeah, today's Thursday, but it'll be so tomorrow will be Friday, and then Saturday I'll have something to open. So probably tomorrow I'm going to do the 1966 Superman, and then the 1966 Wonder Woman. So yeah, the Jonah Hex set will open up next week. And of course, I already have opened up the regular Jonah Hex set. So this will be the Platinum Edition unboxing. So anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe, all the fun YouTube stuff down below. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the Joker, both this figure and the character in general. And I'll be back tomorrow to open up that 1966 Superman. And I'm going to have a lot of things to say about that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.